Hello, friends. Welcome to Smile with Saran. I'm so happy to meet you in this reading series again. Today, I'm gonna share how I select books. This is purely based on my personal experience. I used to struggle with the selection of books a lot, but gradually I learned it. Many of you do not like reading, that's because you're not given the right set of books. So, here I have categorized book reading into two: reading for pleasure, reading for purpose. So, the following steps are for the people who read for purpose. First step: take a piece of paper. Sit down and write. Why do you want to start reading books? Ask these questions to yourself. Do I want to read to gain knowledge? If so, on what area I want to gain knowledge? So, on a personal note, I'm adding my purpose of reading. I read to gain knowledge about kids and education. I read books to motivate myself. I read books to be more productive. And these days, I read books to improve my marketing techniques. I mostly select books under these categories. Like this, you find out your purpose of reading and write it down. Step number 2: get a membership in a library or choose a platform where you want to buy or get books. It may be library, audiobooks, ebooks, or real printed copies. Okay, so get a platform. Step number 3: get recommendations. If you have a friend who loves books, ask him or her to suggest a good book. Or if your purpose is to motivate yourself, search on Google like this: the best 10 self-help books, something similar to this. Okay, so go through your purpose and select based on that category, and you can surf online. Step number 4: try to read the review of the book. If you don't like this step, skip this and follow the next step. Step number 5: get the selected book and read. This is how I select a book, but at the end of this video, I'm going to give you some instant tips that you can apply while choosing your books. Now I'm sharing steps for the people, those who read for pleasure. Step 1: read all kinds of books for a month. Trial and error method. If you don't like in the middle, stop reading and pick another book. That's not wrong. Step number 2: once you find out what kind of books you have to read and what kind of books that give you pleasure, get the recommendation and get those books. If you want me to share the title of the books which are in my bucket list, comment yes. Now we have come to the final part of the video, that is instant tips. Tip number 1: if you are in a library to select your book, try to read at least one chapter before you borrow, or if you are running out of time, read the preface or summary, or read at least 3 pages. Tip number 2: if you find minimum 5 unfamiliar words in a page, get another book. Only then you can enjoy reading. Tip number 3: if you keep reading a book without knowing the fact that you have completed 10 pages, that is the best book for you. Tip number 4: though you have some purpose and selected books, there are some must-read books in this world. Always try to read them. Tip number 5, this is my personal tip. These days, I have started to write the important points and reviews of a book. That is totally optional. And if you want, you can write it down so that you'll get a pleasure that you have achieved something. So you have completed something. So you get such kind of pleasure when you read and write about it. So friends, this is how I select books. I hope you find this useful. If you don't, extremely sorry. I will meet you soon in the next video. Until then, keep smiling with Saran. Spread the joy. Bye.